what if your 20s are actually not for you to have life all figured out? Like, what if it's actually for you to figure out yourself in the process? People think that every friendship is supposed to last forever. It's not necessarily like that. Sometimes God brings people into your life for certain seasons. Stop trying to resuscitate what is already dying. If you're in your 20s and you're already feeling left behind, you're feeling pressured already, then I think this video is for you. Hello everybody, I'm Esther Zuru and I'm a newly qualified medical doctor. I just graduated medical school. Yay! And I want to share with you some things that I truly wish I knew earlier on in my 20s. So if this sounds like something you want to know about or you want to hear about, then please stay tuned. The very first thing I want to talk about is don't wait for real life to begin. Like, I see a lot of people, waiting. They would say things like, when I graduate, I'll finally be happy. Or when I have a new job, I'll be fulfilled. When I get married, I'll be very happy. When I get into a relationship, that will be the happiest time of my life. I'll feel fulfilled. I'll feel like I'm doing something with my life. But like, why do we wait to why are we postponing our happiness? When you leave your happiness for when your goals are achieved, you literally live in permanent postponement. You're literally postponing your happiness for a time that you don't even know. And most times when you achieve that goal, your mind can automatically set a new goal for you. Something like, okay, you said you'll be happy when you graduate, right? Now you've graduated. The next thing you want to do is get a job. You said you want a job. Now you've gotten the job. But suddenly the next thing you want to do is make more money. You have made money, now you want to get married. Or at least you want to get into a relationship. You got into the relationship and now you're like, it has to lead to marriage. You're married and now you're like, oh, okay, I want kids, So the goals never truly end. And this automatically means that your years to come, you will realize that, oh, okay, I've ticked a lot of goals, but have I really been happy in all these years? Have I truly lived? You have goals that you've achieved, but you're exhausted. You feel drained because you've just been living to tick the goals. You've been living to tick the goals, and in the process of achieving all these goals, you've not really enjoyed the process. So I, for example, have been in medical school for a long time. If you're a Nigerian and somehow you're in medical school, or you know someone in medical school, you know how long it takes in Nigeria due to so many factors. Not necessarily because you're failing. I never failed a class. Like, I never repeated a class. That's what I mean. But like, you just spend a lot of time in medical school, and if you postpone everything, like, oh, I will not try any business until I'm done with medical school. I'm not learning any skill until I'm done with medical school. I'm not getting married until I'm done with medical school. Like, you will just end up regretting it. So even in the process of achieving those goals, learn to live, learn to be happy, learn to enjoy the little things. Some people say, oh, I know it is when I lose the weight that I will be truly happy, I'll be truly confident. Well, there is a level of truth to the confidence this thing, because when you feel good in yourself, you'll be confident. But why not be happy that you're in the process of losing the weight? Why not be happy that you show up for yourself every day? You're starting to show up for yourself. This is something you were not doing before, but suddenly you're doing it. Why not be happy that you're improving? Each day you are better than the person you were yesterday. Like me, I'm done with medical school, but in the process, I could have said, okay, until I'm done with medical school, I will not try any business. Trust me, in medical school, I tried so many businesses that were not even related to medicine at all. I did them all, at least the ones that I had the opportunity to hear about. I tried it, I explored, I traveled. I met people, I went for conferences, I did things that made me happy. I was not pausing my life. And yeah, if a husband had come in my university days, who knows, maybe I would have been married by now, I would have. But what I'm saying is, don't postpone your happiness and wait for a particular time, because that can just be the devil's trap for you, and you just be living in depression and living in anxiety, so much pressure, you need to fulfill goals. But I think you get the point now. So my second point is, stop treating every decision as something that has to be permanent. Your 20s are not just for building a life, they're actually for figuring out the kind of life that you want to build. Let that sink in. They're actually for figuring out the kind of life that you want to build. You don't figure out the type of life that you want to build by thinking about the kind of life that you want to build. No. You figure out the kind of life that you want to build by doing it, by actually doing something. You have to experiment things in your 20s. You cannot just say, okay, I've started this, I'm now known for this, I don't want to do any other thing. That is like a trap that, people fall into. I'm now known for this, I've already invested so much in this. What will people say if I change? Oh, people say if I leave this business. Oh, I've already invested so much. It's somehow to change now. No, it's not somehow to change now. Not every decision you make in your 20s has to now become your identity. No. You can try a business today and discover that this business is not for me. You can try a new skill and you realize that, oh my God, I don't think that I'm strong enough for this. I don't think that my kind of personality fits this. How would you have known if you never tried it? When you realize that not every decision you make in your 20s has to become your identity, it literally removes the pressure of trying new things, it removes the pressure of failing. And you now realize that you're open to new ideas, you're open to trying whether or not you fail. Sometimes the point of starting is actually discovering that you don't even want to continue. But how would you have known that you don't want to continue if you never started? So start something. Don't imagine it in your head. Some people say, okay, I think I'm not good at this, I think I'm not good at that. No, don't think. Try it out. You could try for a week, you could try for 2 weeks, So this does not necessarily mean that you will not quit everything the moment the thing becomes hard. No, there should be a balance to this. Sometimes you need perseverance, but you have to ask yourself your question truthfully and honestly. Answer the question, why do I want to quit this? When you start something and you want to quit, is it because I've actually given this my all and this is not for me? Or have I really even given this my all? Am I quitting out of laziness? Am I quitting after not giving it, everything that I've got? So you have to honestly answer that question. Yes, don't start things and stop just because, you're lazy or you're tired or, you just feel like giving up. No, start it, do it well and see if it's for you. And if it's not for you, don't be scared to pull out. No. So the third point I want to talk about is, don't put yourself in a box. It's okay to be good at so many things, You remember those days in secondary school? There were some people that had everything figured out. Like, they could dance, they knew their talents. Like, they could dance, they could sing, they could draw, they could, they were funny, they could rap, and their talents were loud. As much as they knew it, every other person knew that this is what this person was good at. And I remember asking myself back then, like, Esther, what are you actually even good at? What are you good at? I could not really place it. I liked a lot of things, but it's not as if I was extraordinarily good at any particular thing. Do you get me? And this is the trap that most people get caught up in. They feel like, oh, I should know what I'm supposed to do. I should know what I am good at. And as you enter into the university, this also progresses into you thinking, oh, like, I'm supposed to have found my purpose. I'm supposed to have found my calling. You start thinking, you start putting pressure. Every other person has it all figured out. And social media is not necessarily helping us. You see so many things and you feel like, oh, this person has life figured out. Everybody has life figured out apart from me. What I've figured out is that you will never know that you're good at something unless you've tried it. You may not be necessarily good at something, but you like that thing. You like when you see others doing it. Try it out. You may just end up being very good at it. Yeah, you may not know how to dance, but you see people dancing, you like it, you love when people dance. Why not try applying for dance lessons? Why not go for flexibility classes? Why not start working out? You never know. Like, for some people, they discover their purpose in the process, not necessarily before they start. Sometimes it's while doing something that you would actually know if this is for you or not. You may not necessarily know before starting. You also need to know how to prioritize, because in different seasons there will be different things that you will need to focus on per time. Learn how to prioritize important things. Learn when to focus on this. You can't say, okay, in medical school now your professional you have your professional examinations coming up, and you're saying that, oh, I have voice training classes. Like, are you what is that? You have voice training classes as well. So you have to be wise too. You cannot just be doing things as if they don't have consequences. The point of everything I've said is that you don't need to decide that your current focus is your permanent identity in life. So that does not necessarily mean that that's all you can become because you're focusing on it. So focus on it and also give room for other things. Yeah, people think that clarity is supposed to come as a huge revelation. It will just come. Oh yes, I'm supposed to do this. Sometimes clarity comes when you have moved, not before you move. Okay, the third and the fourth point, they actually go together. That build skills and not just credentials, and learn how to manage money. Learn how money works. So you cannot just say, okay, because you're studying this in the university, you're not going to learn any other thing. How many people have you seen that finish university and they actually use what they study? Yes, maybe professional courses and all of that, but it's right now, the way the world is moving, it's those skills that you learn that are that will help you become the person that God has called you to be. So don't keep yourself in a box. Don't put yourself in a box like we've talked about earlier. In the process of becoming what you want to be, no, you can't go to school, but in the process, my dear, build skills, learn online, offline skills. Learn it. These are the things that will make you important. These are the things that will make people look for you. Some people don't know the importance of skills. When I was in school, there were classmates I had that were medical students. As students, they were earning more than what they were paying some doctors because of businesses that they were starting, or because of businesses that they were doing rather. So it's very possible to make a lot of money from your skills, even more than your certificates. And then learn how money works. Like, don't wait to graduate to know about money. Don't wait to, some of you are still in college. Some of you are still in high school. In Nigeria, we call it secondary school. So some of you are still there, and you are saying, oh, don't worry, it's when I enter the university that I'm going to be able to make money. No, start, if possible, tell your parents to get you books on money, books on finances. Start early. I wish I did. I really wish I did. By now, I wonder where I would have been, I really wish I did. Those days I was wasting on, watching movies and cartoons and being a child. I'm not saying don't be a child, but I want to believe that this video is talking to people that, either about entering adulthood or are already adults, So don't wait to reach any part. You can be richer than people 10 times your age. So don't stop waiting to learn about money. Start now. Get books about money. Thank God for ebooks and everything. You don't even need to necessarily get the hard copy. You can download ebooks. Start reading. If you want me to recommend some books on finances, I will. Just leave it in the comment section. Start reading about finances. Start reading about businesses, investments. You must not necessarily do a business. Read about investments. Read about things that can give you money. Read about online skills. Remote jobs, remote opportunities. Read about them and start applying for them. It doesn't matter what age you are. Learn how to save. If you're in Nigeria, don't just be thinking about saving in Naira. Learn how to save in different currencies, in different country currencies. Like, learn how to save in dollars. Buy precious stones. Learn how to save gold. That's something that I don't know if people still do, but it's very, very, very good, because these are things that will never depreciate. Okay, learn to invest in businesses, learn to buy shares, read about them. I'm also doing that now, but I wish I started earlier. I wonder where I would have been. So that's why I'm saying, don't wait. Stop postponing your life. Money is very important, and when you have your own, it brings a lot of respect. Okay, and you will learn to value it when you work for it. You will learn to value money. So start on time. Okay, the fourth and the fifth point also go together. So Don't try to fit in, and be intentional about people that you let into your space. You know, one thing about standing on your own, I'm not saying, when I say don't try to fit in, does not mean don't make friends. No. But like, it's okay to be different from people. You know, it gives you a mind of your own. Most times when you're in a group and you're always working with people, you're always doing things with people, you never get to do your things by yourself, you don't build the capacity to actually think about things on your own and do them. Sometimes when you're in a group of people or with a group of people, it can influence or water down your ideas, because sometimes, because you guys are always doing things together, you're always talking together, you start to think like one person. You know, your ideas start to come together as one. Everybody is agreeing on one thing, everybody is doing one thing, whether or not it is what you necessarily wanted to do. But when you stand on your own, sometimes you, even if you have friends, you can work on your own, you can think on your own, you implement decisions that you made by yourself, not influenced by people. You made those decisions, you influence. It makes you a more confident individual, more confidence in your ability to think about things and implement them and see them materialize in front of you. So it is very important to not want to blend in. Don't kill your uniqueness completely because you're so afraid to stand out. When you stand out and people start seeing that you also have results, even while standing out, they would want to stand out like you. They would also want to explore their uniqueness, even if they don't tell you. But once you start producing results, people will want to be like you. Another thing is, be careful who you let in your space. Don't just be open to everybody. You have to really choose your friends. This choose your friends we see is very important. It's something that I have a friend that used to say something. She says that your friends of today are your connect of tomorrow. And that's just the truth. Your friends can influence your mind and how far you go. You have to be intentional about the people you let in. You have to divide your life into different parts. Spiritually, you have to have friends that influence you spiritually. You have to have friends that influence you academically if you're a student, financially if you're a business person. Okay? Different. Sometimes it's hard to find someone that has everything. Some people are very lucky to have someone that has everything. Another thing I see when it comes to this friendship matter is that some people think that every friendship is supposed to last forever. It's not necessarily like that. Sometimes God brings people into your life for certain seasons to fulfill certain, things in your life per season, per time. So when they finish what they are doing, sometimes you will notice it. You will notice that the friendship starts dragging. It becomes a border to maintain. Like when you start noticing all those type of things, let the friendship go. Let it die natural death. Stop trying to resuscitate what is already dying. Let the friendship go. Sometimes some people are, in fact, you may relate better with some people from afar than when they are close. I don't know if you've noticed it, but there's some people that when you keep them at arm's length, you guys are good. But the moment you bring them very close, you start having issues. So if some friendship over time, you're noticing that you've tried. It's not like you're just going to give up on every friendship. You've tried and it's not working. Just allow the friendship die in natural death. Okay? And trust God that He's going to bring people into your life at each season that will complement what He's doing in your life. So yeah, you have to trust Him with that. And I'm not saying that every friendship is going to die a natural death. No, I've had friends of 10 years, 12 years, 13, 14, 15 years, and they're still in my life. Okay, there are some friendships that are for a lifetime. But I don't want you to enter every friendship thinking, oh, this has to be for a lifetime. No, it's okay. It's okay to be acquaintances later on and just be, oh yeah, we were once good friends. That's okay. The sixth point I have for you today is build your relationship with God. Hey, you see this particular point? I am a living example of the benefits of this. I'm a living example of what this can do for you. So many young people, especially people from maybe 18, 17, 18 to early 20s, they just feel like God is an option that you can drop. And maybe when I'm more mature, in my late 20s, early 30s, I pick Him up again. It's literally a privilege to serve God. It's a privilege to walk with God. It's a privilege for God to guide you. it removes the pressure of making so many mistakes. I know the kind of mistakes I would have made in my life, because it's not like my parents sent me to good schools. I went to good schools by the grace of God, but that did not remove the fact that even in those good schools, I was exposed to things that would have swallowed me up. So the point is, it saved me of oh God, I can't even, this point, if I want to go deep on this, I'm going to sleep here today. So what I'm just going to tell you is, God is not an option. God is not an option. He's not one of your many options. He should be one of the things in your life that does not move. Like, it should not be heard that, okay, I've been so busy with school, I've not been able to pray, so let me move prayer. No. You move every other thing around your prayer life. You don't move prayer for every other thing. No, it's something that is a constant. Your relationship with God is a constant. It should be. If you've been living in your 20s, early 20s, or you're 18, you're 17, you're getting into this early 20s, and you're noticing that your walk with God is off and on, this is time to prioritize God. This is time to build a prayer altar. It's time to build your relationship with God. If you're building a relationship with God, it means you guys are communicating. The way you want a physical relationship with a guy or with a lady, build it with God. So one thing you would want in a relationship is constant communication. Do it with God. One thing you want is, you like when they write you, right? Yes, you like when they text you and you're reading their messages. Read the word of God. That's his love letter to you. Okay? That is, if you want to also write him love letters, you can. Journal. Tell him how much you love him. I think I'll do a separate video about this, because so many young people are thinking this is an option. This will save you. This will save you of mistakes. It will save you from mistakes. I don't know what I'm saying. It will save you from mistakes. And the seventh point I would talk about today is, stop comparing your timelines with everybody. I remember setting timelines for myself. Oh, by 25 I should be married. By 23 I should be done with school. By this I should be here. By this time I should be here. And guess what? As much as timelines are beautiful and they're important, most times they don't go the way we plan. And when you're so rigid, you're not flexible with your timelines, it can send you into depression, like, very fast. Be open to change. Try to evolve. Don't be so rigid. God is telling you that this is not the time that you're supposed to be married, but because you've already set it in your mind, in your timeline, that if I'm not married by the age of 25, I will go into depression. My sister, my brother, you may actually go into depression, because most times it doesn't happen like that. Life happens. So stop comparing your growth, your progress with other people's own. You have your journey. Others have their journey. And maybe one day I'm going to share my medical school journey with you. But I knew that I would still achieve this. Esther, give yourself grace. Esther, give yourself time to evolve into the woman that God has called you to be. Even when the timelines were delayed, I knew I would still fulfill it. And today, I'm a doctor. So you get what I'm saying? Give yourself some grace. Don't compare your journey, your growth with other people. You will do your thing at your own pace. So give yourself grace. And I think that for now, this video has become even longer than I planned for it to be. So I'm going to end it here. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've been able to pick one or two from this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Give me some video recommendations that you would want to see, and I would surely do them for you, okay? Thank you so much for watching my video till this point. God bless you. I love you. Take care. Bye.